Weaving the skills of the textile designer as a contribution to the construction of a textile ecosystem of the future, by Sonia Seixas, Johnny Montagna, and Maria João Felix from Portugal, with special acknowledgement to FCT, CIAUD, and Lisbon School of Architecture from Universidade de Lisboa. The purpose of this paper is to reflect on higher education in textile design in Portugal, understand the new challenges faced by the textile industry, and find out how academia can intervene in the training of future textile designers. The clothes we wear every day are first made of fibers that are transformed into fabrics. They represent the wisdom and the ability of man to metamorphose a simple material into something extraordinary. A fiber is the main unit that makes up a garment. It's where everything starts. In Portugal, of the 6 undergraduate courses in fashion and textile design, there is only one that has the word textile design in its designation, the Fashion and Textile Design course of the Higher School of Applied Arts of the Polytechnic Institute of Castelo Branco in combination with the fashion design field, which leads us to the question: which textile designers does Portugal train? However, in November 2021, the textile and clothing industry has increased its export volume by 16% compared to November 2019, representing an export value of €5.4 million, which shows its importance in the Portuguese social and economic weave. In the last 2 decades, the scenario of the textile industry has changed significantly. Climate emergency is at the top of the agenda, especially in the case of the textile industry, which has a significant impact on the environment, energy, water, and resources. The linear take-make-waste model urgently needs to be transformed into a circular model that keeps textile products and materials in use while regenerating nature. Given the urgency of today's environmental, economic, cultural, ethical, and social challenges, it is time to reflect on the mission of design practice. It is also important to rethink the pedagogy to meet these challenges by training designers with skills in sustainability, circular economy, and society. The main environmental problems generated by the textile industry are linked to soil, air, water, and inadequate disposal of solid and liquid wastes that impact the environment and are harmful to human health. The European Commission has selected the textile industry as one of 14 strategic sectors to revitalize the economy and contribute to decarbonization. A pact for skills for textile, clothing, leather and footwear industries, coordinated by Eurotex, has also been promoted. The aim is to reskill and upgrade employees by integrating environmental and digital skills, and improving the attractiveness of the sectors. It is time for experimentation and creativity to ensure that each product fulfills its potential for as long as possible. It is time to develop a new mindset and attitude throughout the value chain by designing textile objects for longer use, and choosing their reuse, repair, recycling or disassembly. It is time to think about responsibility, rethink waste, regenerate soils and reinvent the use and reuse of materials through innovation and creativity. The world is in constant change and everyday new environmental, economic, cultural, ethical and social challenges are added, leading to increasingly complex problems. 80% of the environmental impact of textile products is determined at the design phase. We cannot neglect the role of the designer in the decision-making process in product design, including the role of the academia in training these professionals. The textile designer plays an important role in the choice of materials and means of production to solve environmental and social problems. It seems to be a need to align educational systems to the changes in the textile industry. New forms of education are needed that go beyond the traditional approach and train the ability to apply theoretical knowledge to real industrial problems, through a closer link between academia and industry in a multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary, and transdisciplinary vision that includes formal and non-formal learning. Design activity is not an isolated activity, but a complex process involving multiple phases. It is a collaborative, multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary, and transdisciplinary activity. In Portugal, higher education for textile and fashion design at the undergraduate degree level includes 6 proposals, 4 of which are public and 2 private. Only one higher education institution integrates the designation textile into its educational offerings, the course in Fashion and Textile Design of ISART. In its study plan, the scientific area of design accounts for 44% of the total program. And on closer examination, the fashion design has 7 curricular units, corresponding to 47.5%. The textile design includes 4 curricular units, corresponding to 21.25%. And as common themes, there are 5 curricular units, corresponding to 31.25%. The universe of fashion design has more than twice as much preparation and training than the textile design field. Given this scenario, we can assert that students in this undergraduate course are better prepared to enter the fashion industry professionally than the textile industry. In May 2021, interviews with textile designers were conducted to weave the fundamental skills of the textile designer. The results allowed us to conclude that the textile designer must integrate a set of multidisciplinary knowledge, from those inherent in the universe of design to the more technical knowledge such as materials, production processes, textile weaves, weaving techniques, to be able to make informed decision-making in the design process and to consider the issues of sustainability at all phases of the creative process. As complementary areas, they point out to consumer, society, marketing and communication strategies, business management, and procurement. Soft skills are fundamental to teamwork, since design activity is not isolated, but is a collaborative work. Interviewees pointed out the importance of these professionals having practical knowledge, knowing how to do it, to put into practice the knowledge acquired in academia in a real environment with concrete challenges, to better understand the application of concepts in an industrial environment. Having mentioned the need for strong partnerships between academia and industry to implement applied practical teaching, progressive teaching, and learning by doing. Design activity is changing and assuming new environmental, social, cultural, and ethical responsibilities in the projection of objects in search of a global balance between humanity and the natural world. The textile industry is facing major challenges in restructuring its production processes and business models, adding the dimensions of sustainability, circular economy, digitalization, and decarbonization for the benefit of the planet and the human being. The textile designer can act as an agent of change by taking a more active role and contributing to significant changes in society. He plays an important role in the decisions made at the level of materials and processes that significantly determine the environmental and climate impacts of textile products in their life cycle. The academia, in turn, must equip these professionals with skills in sustainability, circular economy, society, digitalization, and decarbonization, with a vision and systemic thinking to become active members of a circular economy and weaving a textile ecosystem of the future. Designing curricula focused on textile design fills an existing gap in the educational offer to collaborate with the different actors in the value chain in finding solutions to complex problems, which is a 21st century concern. A multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary and transdisciplinary approach with its different knowledge to respond to emerging challenges and build a new strategic positioning for this industry, promoting a new mindset and attitude throughout the value chain. A co-teaching between academia and industry is one of the ways to help stimulate industrial and academic practice in a context of exchange that enables knowledge transfer, weaving a better future for the planet. As a future study, we intend to continue this analysis to understand how topics related to sustainability, circular economy, and society can be pedagogically addressed in textile design courses to help the industry address the new challenges, in a close relationship between academia and industry to ensure the socio-environmental well-being of the human being and the planet. Thank you.